Blessed Sunday sa ating lahat po. Ito po si Nico Fabian. Nandito na naman sa programa natin na NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Today is Sunday, July 13 na po. Kumusta kayo? I hope everything is running smoothly sa mga buhay ninyo. Mga kababayan ko po dito sa Malaysia, particularly dito po sa Sabah, East Malaysia, and very specific dito po sa Kota Kinabalu. Maayong araw sa inyong lahat po. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat and blessed Sunday to each and every one of you. Lahat tayo po. Kaibigan, Malaysian friends natin, ang mga Filipinos dito sa Malaysia, ang mga kababayan natin dyan po sa Pilipinas, ang mga kababayan OFWs, overseas Filipino workers natin po sa ibang parte sa mundo. No? I would like to say magandang araw, blessed Sunday sa atin lahat. So, ito, relax lang tayo ngayon. Dahil Sunday ngayon, I hope you also, those brothers and sisters ko, embracing the Roman Catholic faith. No? I hope you already did your Sunday obligation. Kung sakali wala pa, then may time pa tayo itong hapon, mamayang hapon. And you can attend ang Sunday Masses natin po. Diyan sa Pilipinas, even dito sa Kota Kinabalu or sa Sabah, mayroon din tayong mga Sunday afternoon masses po or evening masses. So, pwede pa po, may time pa tayo po to attend Sunday masses po. Okay, relax lang tayo ngayon dahil Sunday ngayon, and of course, we'll be touching ang mga topics natin. Dalawa lang yata ang topics natin ngayon. And I just want to touch a little bit on, kasi Sunday ngayon, relax tayo. Hindi na masyado ang mga political issues. Although we'll be touching a little bit on impeachment trial of Inday Sara Duterte. And of course, a little bit also on mayroon yun na House Arrest Resolution being passed by Senator Alan Cayetano dyan po sa Senado, wherein asking the ICC to consider giving itong house arrest to Tatay Digong or the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, who is still now under the custody, under detention dyan po sa International Criminal Court Detention Center sa The Hague, dyan po sa the Netherlands. Later on, we'll be talking about this thing before I will conclude itong program natin July 13, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. What I'm going to touch now is something about, corruption, funds, pondo, national budget, which I believe, this is also important. This is very important, especially now that we are, shall I say it, struggling pa ang Philippines, no? We are still having some problems, political stability. We have also problems when it comes to security aspects. And economic problems din mayroon tayo. As what I said earlier during my past programs dito po sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico, for us, for the Philippines or any country to progress, there are three things that is very important that the government should look into. One is political stability, second is security stability, and third is economic stability. Importante na importante yun po. And kung mayroon tayong itong tatlong stabilities, then madali tayo. Madali tayo, or ang Pilipinas will progress. Implementation of development programs. Ang mga goals ng gobyerno, it is very easy for them to effectively implement this kind of programs for the betterment of the people, for the betterment of the Filipinos, for the betterment of the entire Philippine nation po. Importante na importante yan po. And of course, public cooperation is very much vital. It is very much vital po. Maskin na po, good plans sa mga plano ng gobyerno po, but if the public will not cooperate, there is no cordial relationship between the government and its people, then you will be or we will be facing problem po. If we want that our country will progress, if we want that our standard of living will be level up po. Kailangan niyo po cooperation. Not only cooperation among the Filipinos, government and the Filipinos, but also cooperation with our neighboring countries po. And of course, the whole world po. Especially, we should have a good cordial relationship with superpowers po, no? Superpowers like Russia, like US, like China. There's no point to quarrel po. By quarreling, we are, sabihin natin, we won't be able to reach our goal po. Our goals. Goals sa buhay natin, goals ng nation natin po. That's why cooperation is very important. In other words, what I'm trying to say also, lahat tayo should have this, fix natin ang mindset natin that we should, as a Filipino community, as a Filipino nation, we should care each other. Be it rich, poor, or brown, black. We have to care one another. And through care, we will develop our love to one another. And of course, we should be open. Open talaga tayo po. Ang gobyerno should be open to the people. And then the people should also be open. Mayroon openness po. May openness. May openness. By adopting the concept of openness po, then we will be able to know ano-ano mga problema natin po. And what is the best solution po. If we don't open ourselves to the government, or the government will not open to the people, so may sekreto na yan po. May sekreto. And once you have secrets or doubts, then yun na po ang problema. Ang problema po. Ang problema, mga speculations, mga chismis, lahat-lahat na po. Which I think we are experiencing now dyan sa Pilipinas. The next is, government and the people should respect each other. Respect each other. Should respect each other. Let us respect our government. Elected officials, government officials po, leaders natin po. Let us respect them. And at the same time, itong mga elected leaders natin sa gobyerno, they should also respect ang mga tao. Mga tao. Walang discrimination po. Walang discrimination. Dapat everybody is equal. Treat them fairly. Treat all of us fairly po. Para wala tayong, para wala tayong problema. And our buhay natin po will run smoothly. And lastly, we have to understand each other. Understand tayo po. We have to understand, kagaya tayo, mga tao, ang mga Filipinos, should understand the government. And the government should also understand us. By doing so, mayroon tayong care, mayroon tayong, we are open to each other, we respect each other, and we understand each other po. Understand whatever problems, we'll understand, find solution, be open po. Then maganda ang Pilipinas po. Definitely, we will achieve our goals kung mayroon tayong this kind of mentality. Ang problema lang po, I think it's not happening po. Walang openness yata tayo po, no? I'll give you a very good example and I'll be touching on this issue now. I will touch on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my own personal opinion po. Remember the PDAF or pork barrel. Pork barrel po. It was the Supreme Court, if I'm not mistaken, they declared it unconstitutional way back in 2013 po. That is corruption po, ang PDAF, ang pork barrel po, no? Now, meron tayong senador who will be assume his duties and responsibilities po as a senator, no? By July 28, by July 28 po. he found out, expose ito po, he found out last week, no? Na mayroon talagang pork barrel tayo po sa 2025 budget. 2025 budget po. Akala natin po itong pork barrel wala na. All the while we were thinking now we don't have anymore the pork barrel. Although there were some question marks there when we talk about ayuda. Some they describe this ayuda, different kinds of financial assistance given to the Filipinos prior to the midterm election po. Some were saying it is corruption. It is something like a pork barrel po, no? Given to the congressmen, elected congressmen, mayors, distributions of funds po. But surprisingly, last week, no? When was that? Thursday or Friday ba yun po? Lumabas ng istorya si upcoming senator. He is going back to the Senate, si former senator and now elected senator Ping Lacson, already exposed po na mayroon pork barrel. May pork barrel po sa 2025 budget. And that 25 budget has been described by authorities concerned, no, as the most corrupt national budget of the Philippines. Yan po. That's it. Anyway, I will be sharing with you some footages po regarding this issue. But before I will share that thing to you po, ang footage po, let me read you the news article po which was published by one of the mainstream media in the Philippines, and I'm referring to Inquirer.net. And not only Inquirer.net, you can see these stories dyan po sa ABS-CBN, Philstar, Philippine Star, and other major mainstream media, print media po in the Philippines. Anyway, let me read you this article po, and dahan-dahan we will sabi natin touch on mga statements ni Senator Ping Lacson. I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay, nandito na po. The title of this or the heading of this news article is Lacson is still on the hunt for pork. Senator Panfilo Ping Lacson is serving notice to the public that he is back digging into the budget for pork. He's informing us na he's digging itong budget for pork. Meron ba o wala? Returning to the Senate after 3 years, Lacson was met with the shocking discovery that multi-billion pork allocation in the 2025 budget were given to few lawmakers. Meron na po. Meron na po na receive ang multi-billion pork barrel allocations. Some of the lawmakers po. Lawmakers natin, ano ba mga lawmakers? Ang lawmakers natin doon, ibig sabihin, ang congressman natin po, congresswoman natin po, senador. These are the lawmakers, these are the legislators po. Yan po ang revelation ni Ping Lacson, Senator Ping Lacson. One congressman, for instance, sabi ni Ping Lacson, got 15 billion pesos in pork barrel allocations, while some senators got 5 billion to 10 billion pesos pork barrel. Grabe, no? Grabe, no? 15 billion, you just imagine, 15 billion. And some of the senators ranging from 5 billion to 10 billion. Yan po sa 2025 national budget. Ito ang discovery ni Ping Lacson. Lacson noted that before the Priority Development Assistance Fund or PDAF, PDAF po, known as the pork barrel, was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court in 2013, senators had only 200 million in pork, while members of the House Representatives had 70 million. 200 lang yan po. Budget para sa mga senador. While mga congressmen, mayroon 70 million. 70 million po for implementation of projects. This will they will use these funds to yung mga priority projects nila, development projects nila po sa kanilang mga lugar. Well, after it was declared unconstitutional, there are now senators with 5 billion, some even 10 billion, and there is a congressman with as much as 15 billion. Pero mo, mayroon daw congressman, mayroon as much as 15 billion pesos dyan po sa 2025 budget. Si Lacson said in Filipino in an interview with One News last Wednesday po. No? He did not provide other details in the interview. An anti-pork advocate, Lacson had long traced corruption to the government's dredging and flood control projects po. When it comes to budget po, grabe ito si mabuti lang. Senator Ping Lacson is now back in the Senate po because his record when it comes to scrutinizing the national budget, funds of the country, very meticulous talaga ito si Senator Ping Lacson. One backhoe was on a parade rest by the river, just waiting to be filmed while scooping soil. Once the inspectors left, it went back to parade rest again. Then it gets moved to another location just to be filmed again. So much is being wasted in the dredging, he said. Yan po ang mga strategies nila po. Ipakita lang muna, tapos after magkuha ng video, and then put it out in the media, then they will move to another way. But hindi na kompleto po ang proyekto. We won in the BICAM. We won in the BICAM back then, but now it has come back with a vengeance, he lamented. In the same interview, the senator disclosed in his initial findings from his scrutiny of the 6.326 trillion national budget for 2025. Ang national budget natin po for 2025 is 6.326 trillion. He said one item in the budget showed that a very small barangay, listen, a very small barangay, maliit na barangay po in a small town, sa isang lugar dyan po sa Pilipinas, received 1.9 billion pesos allocation. Maliit lang ito barangay, pero he was allocated 1.9 billion pesos, while another small town was allotted 10 billion budget po. Grabe, no? Saan kaya itong lugar? Imagine a 10 billion appropriation for a small town with 10,000 residents. 10,000 residents lang, ha? It is an inequitable distribution of the budget, Lacson said. I will seek clarification on this. What happened to the 10 billion appropriated to the small town? We saw that it is near a riverbank, but is it the only town with a riverbank? These appropriations are for flood control, he added. Ito pala mga funds, no? Allocated for flood control po. Yet, pagdating ng ulan, heavy downpour, na baha din ang lugar po. Dahil hindi kompleto ang proyekto. If we don't fix how the national budget is being used, the outcome might be that in 1 or 2 years, we'll be borrowing 6 billion pesos a day. In 5 years, that could raise to 10 billion a day. Where will that leave us? Sabi ni Lacson. Yun po, no? Grabe pala, no? One example on the mingling, the 2025 budget was the removal of the 50 billion pesos from the Pantawid Pamilya Filipino Program or 4Ps in the bicameral conference committee, which was supposedly diverted to other cash aid programs that are prone to abuse since they are not data-driven. The senator said in a statement. Yan po ang sitwasyon to when we talk about itong pork barrel po or PDAF po. So this time I would like to share with you itong footage po regarding the issue po. So let's listen to this, watch and listen to this video po. Nandito, sandali ha. Saan na yun? Nandito po. Let's listen to... Saan na yun? Hold on, ha? Mayroon tayo dito ang vlogger po, no? Ang title ng vlogger si The Generals, wherein he was talking or sharing another posting sa social media po about this issue of pork barrel. And let's listen to the General's episode po. Let's listen to this.
Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Bigyan natin ngayon ng opinion, reaction, itong post ni the political blogger. Title niya is Being Lacson on the Hump. Why hasn't anybody in the House of Representatives raised a howl of protest over shocking pork barrel expose? The other day, sa isang panayam, nagsabi si Senator Lacson na grabe, may isang congressman na mayroon siyang 15 billion pork barrel insertion sa 2025 budget. Tapos may mga senador, di umano, na mayroong pork barrel ranging from 5 billion to 10 billion. So, ibinulgar ni Senator Lacson na pinag-aaralan niya yung budget 2023, 2024, 2025. Pinupusisi at dito sa 2025, grabe, pinya ang pork barrel lumabas na. So, ito, yung tanong ni political blogger, bakit walang nagprotesta na mga congressman o congresswomen? Tahimik sila eh. Basahin ko ha. The stillness in the House of Representatives in the wake of the expose made by Senator Lacson on the return of the repulsive pork barrel in the 2025 General Appropriations Act is quite telling. Nobody in the lower house, particularly those who were part of the 90th Congress that enacted the current national budget, found reason to object at clearly is glorious accusation. Matindi yung ganong pasabog. Malala ko is, sabi ni Senator Lacson, meron daw isang napakaliit na barangay. Meron siyang 1.9 billion allocation, flood control. Napakaliit na barangay. Tapos, yung sabi ni Senator Lacson, isang maliit na bayan with only 10,000 residents. 10 billion Kaptang might lash out at them for being complicit in this scandal. None of the House prosecutors who have been talking to the media almost daily about the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte has uttered a single word to shield the lower chamber of the devastating impact of the expose. And mainstream media is not giving television and newspaper exposure to Lacson bombshell. Every effort is being made to minimize the impact of the expose. But Lacson is unfazed. The issue did not end with his expose. Ito na, delikado. Lacson said he is now on the hunt. Talaga, saludo ako dito kay Senator Lacson. Noon pa. Ito na.
Alright, yun po. Thank you very much. Ang ano ni the blogger, the general po, no? Thank you very much. I decided to use your footage po dahil maganda din yun po ang explanation mo po. Si the general ang itong expose ni Ping Lacson, no? Ni Ping Lacson. So I hope you don't mind if I use your footage, your clippings po. That will, I believe, your footage, no? Your clip, video clip po, will help me give ang mga Filipinos dito sa Sabah, sa Malaysia po, a more clear picture po on the expose of Ping Lacson, no? Totoo naman yan po, no? Bakit? There was no noise last year and this year po about itong despite may complaint na po sa Supreme Court, no, about the budget, 2025 budget po, no, the most corrupt budget according to some politicians, according to some authorities po. Now but nobody talk about this isang barangay, maliit na barangay, nakuha ng 1.9 billion. Another barangay with only 10,000 residents, may appropriation siya of 10 billion pesos. Nobody talk, ang mga congressmen. And if you look at them, they're very vocal, very aggressive vocal when it comes to the impeachment of Inday Sara Duterte. But when it comes to this thing, kailangan malaman ng taong bayan, we want to know kung what is happening. They don't talk po. Kung bakit, kayo nang bahala po. Why they are not talking, kayo nang bahala. Why they're only fan of raising the issue, criticizing the impeachment trial of Inday Sara Duterte and refuse to talk. Is it refuse or remain silent when it comes to the budget allocations dyan po sa Pilipinas? Bakit kaya po? I really don't know. Why? Oh, why? I really don't know. I really don't know. Sana lang po, I hope and pray that since now, ang mga elected officials natin po, elected politicians natin, congressmen, congresswoman, senators po, they already started to look into the 2026 budget po. In fact, I was made to understand, based on the pronouncement of the Office of the Vice President, that may slight increase in the budget for 2026 ang Office of the Vice President po. I hope, wala na itong mga pork barrels po or PDAF. And everything must be, they will make sure that everything will be transparent to the people, to the Filipinos. To the Filipinos po. So that at least we will know where our money goes. Saan ba po punta ang mga taxpayers' money? Is it going inside their pocket? I hope not. I hope not. Because if they misuse these funds, then kawawa talaga ang Pilipinas. I pity the Philippines. I pity the Filipinos. I pity myself. We are paying taxes. We are paying taxes. I don't know. Anyway, yan po ang expose of Ping Lacson, and thank you very much, Senator Ping Lacson, and we are looking forward. We are looking forward again ang good performance ni Senator Ping Lacson. And I'll make sure that whatever updates regarding sa mga budget po or any statements of Senator Ping Lacson in the near future po, ang mga followers natin po dito sa NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico, will be properly and timely informed. I might not be the first one to break the news, but definitely you will be informed. Alright, the next topic that we are going to touch is on about Tatay Digong or PRRD, or the former president of the Philippines, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, wherein Senator Alan Cayetano this week, late this week, mentioned about passing a resolution, house arrest resolution po, asking ICC to grant house arrest kay Tatay Digong. Maybe not outside the Netherlands or The Hague. Siguro maskin doon lang po sa loob ng The Hague. Sa bahay lang siya po. That will be better for him. Considering that he is already an old man, 80 years old man, and may mga sakit na yan po. So, at least let us take good care of our former president. So, si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte po, he deserved that. He did good things for us Filipinos when he was the president of the Philippines po for 6 years. For 6 years po. In fact, controversial itong detention of PRRD or Tatay Digong dyan po sa International Criminal Court. But let's see and wait sa September 23 po. Or any updates, developments po about the issue of Tatay Digong. So far, as what we heard from the immediate family members of Tatay Digong, is losing weight. But it's okay. It's okay. Alright. Let's listen to Senator Alan Cayetano on the issue of house arrest. Nandito po ang report. I will share it to you. Let's listen to this report.
Philippine Senator Alan Cayetano files a resolution seeking house arrest at The Hague for ex-President Rodrigo Duterte. Cayetano cites humanitarian grounds for the 80-year-old Duterte to be granted interim release from detention at the International Criminal Court. He urged the government to make arrangements with the court for Duterte to be placed under modified house arrest at the Philippine Embassy in The Hague. Cayetano says this would be a basic act of dignity that is essential for the former president's health.
Alright, yun po. Confirm po. It was reported in the mainstream media in the Philippines about the resolution on house arrest for PRRD or Tatay Digong. Now, my next topic or footage that I would like to share with you sa programa natin today is a statement coming from the Vice President Inday Sara Duterte regarding the issue of some claims by the other side saying that itong fictitious names sa confidential funds, ang mga receivers po. Ang mga receivers. Let's listen to this. You hold on. Let's listen to this.
Yes, as the impeachment trial looms, Vice President But Sara Duterte says her defense team is continuously gathering evidence and affidavits of witnesses to be presented during her impeachment trial. This includes the possible testimony of 2 experts in the intelligence sector as resource persons to address the use of fictitious names in the acknowledgement receipts for confidential funds.
I think it is wrong for everyone to pick up as truth or as a fact all the pronouncements of the members of the House of Representatives, particularly with fictitious names, because there are rules in intelligence operations, and you already heard some of intelligence people who work in intelligence say that aliases are often used in intelligence operations.
Alright, yan po si Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, and she also assured that she will answer all these things po during the impeachment trial po, if it will push through. In the event, sabi ni Inday Sara Duterte, in the event the impeachment trial will not push through due to some technicalities, then she will come out and explain to the public po, through press conference, media disseminations of news po. So yun po ang assurance ni Inday Sara Duterte. So today we already touched about the pork barrel. We hope and pray na wala na itong pork barrel kasi kawawa talaga ang mga Filipinos. At the same time, before I will conclude this program, I would like to shout out muna tayo kay Noel Flores Tingson, who is also watching ang program natin. At saka si Ruben Castillo, also in Kota Kinabalu, also watching si Art Enriquez, and Mr. Salvador, dyan po sa Zamboanga, sa Maynila. And at the same time, ang mga friends natin po, si Dedeng, si Ayub, dyan po sa Zamboanga, and friends like si Felicen, dyan po sa Cebu City. Thank you very much for watching, and let's keep in touch, and watch out for my next program po. Si Rex Paklar, also very regular a supporter ng NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico, also watching itong programa natin, and I hope in one way or the other I manage to at least enlighten you, give you ang latest updates regarding some very important issues about our leaders, our politicians, about Tatay Digong po, dyan po sa ICC, and other topics that affects the Filipino communities, not only in the Philippines, but also Filipino communities outside the Philippines, like Malaysia, and those in other places around the world who are temporarily working, and temporarily left behind the loved ones, all for the love of securing, preparing for a better future of their loved ones. So siguro hanggang dito na lang po ang programa natin na NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico, and those mga kapatid ko, brothers and sisters who are embracing the Roman Catholic faith, and other Christians, as well as our Muslim brothers po. Lahat tayo po, huwag natin kalimutan, magdasal tayo po sa Panginoon natin, be it Allah or be it God or Jesus or whoever po. Let us always put our Creator sa unahan, priority po. Because without our Creator, wala tayo dito po sa mundo. So with this, I would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all. Enjoy your weekend, and prepare for another working week-long po, starting tomorrow. Thank you very much. God bless us all, and bye.